మార్నింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ లాస్ట్ క్లాస్లో మనము 3 కాన్సెప్ట్స్ని డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాము. ఒకటి ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ కైరాలిటీ, నెక్స్ట్ ఈజ్ అసిమెట్రిక్ అండ్ డైసిమెట్రిక్ డిఫరెన్సెస్, asymmetric versus disymmetric differences. So last class we discussed these 3 concepts. Chirality means which are non-superimposable on its mirror image, and presence of chiral carbon is not mandatory. అంటే not mandatory కాదు, chiral carbon ఉన్న ప్రతి కాంపౌండ్ కి chirality వర్కౌట్ అవుతుందా అంటే అవ్వదు. నెక్స్ట్ asymmetric and disymmetric చదువుకున్నాం. In asymmetric compounds there is no symmetry, అంటే there should be no plane of symmetry, center of symmetry, alternating axis of symmetry. But whereas in disymmetric concept, plane of symmetry and center of symmetry should be absent, but axis of symmetry is present. And yesterday we discussed one example, trans 1,2-dichlorocyclopropane. So okay, now today we are moving to another topic, that is examples. In your syllabus they are given 2 examples: molecule with symmetrical structure. అంటే example they given is tartaric acid. In your syllabus they clearly mentioned tartaric acid. What is the formula of tartaric acid? COOH, CHOH, CHOH and COOH. This is the chemical formula of tartaric acid. If you observe here, here 4 carbons are there and those are symmetrical carbons, and here COOH is there one end, another end COOH is there. Here second carbon CHOH, here also from this side second carbon is CHOH. So this is a symmetrical compound. So in symmetrical type of varieties, what is the optical isomerism? So what are the different possible stereoisomers, and among those stereoisomers what are enantiomers and what are diastereomers? That now I am going to explain. So always remember, even if you are who are interested to study higher education chemistry, in your PG set they will ask one question: number of optical isomers for a compound containing n number of chiral carbons. N number of chiral carbons present అయినప్పుడు what are the possible optical isomers? Formula is 2 power n. If you observe here, this carbon is not chiral carbon, but this carbon is chiral carbon. Even this carbon is also chiral carbon. Once again I am repeating what is meant by chiral carbon. Chiral carbon means carbon which is connected to 4 different atoms or groups. Because here 2 chiral carbons are there, so obviously formula will become 2 square. So number of possible optical isomers are 2 square, that is 4. So now we will see what are those 4 possible stereoisomers. So first I am mentioning D, L forms of tartaric acid, that is COOH, COH, H, COH, H and COOH. This is one possible stereoisomer of tartaric acid. Another second possible stereoisomer of tartaric acid I am going to written here. This is another possible stereoisomer of tartaric acid. Among 4. Here I wrote 2. So if you observe these two compounds carefully, which are mirror images of each other. If you put this compound in a mirror, you observe that OH will shown in this place, H will shown this place. So the same is happening here. Similarly, here also OH is on left, H is on right. If you observe in the mirror, H will be on left, OH will be on right. And if you lift up this, if you put up this one and put it on this one, which is non-superimposable. Hence, 1 and 2 of tartaric acid are called enantiomers. 1 and 2 forms of tartaric acid are called enantiomers. Let us suppose if you put this in the polarimeter, it rotates plane polarized light towards right side. That is, this form is dextrorotatory and this form is levorotatory. So that's why I mentioned the heading like this. Now coming to another possible structure, that is mesotartaric acid. Another possible structure of tartaric acid is this one. So if you observe this structure, here this stereoisomer is optically inactive. Why? Because here if you put a plane like this, the top one is the mirror image of the bottom one. Hence, this is optically inactive, which is meso form of tartaric acid. Let this structure is third one, which is optically inactive. This optically inactive is due to internal compensation. Internal compensation. అంటే ఏంటి అంటే మీరు దీన్ని కనుక ప్లేన్ పోలరైజ్డ్ లైట్ లో కనుక మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తే ఇది ఎలా రొటేట్ అవుతుంది అంటే ఇలా రొటేట్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే, దీన్ని మీరు ప్లేన్ పోలరైజ్డ్ ఈ కార్బన్ ఏమవుతుంది అంటే ఇట్లా రొటేట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఏంటి, రెండు ఏమవుతున్నాయి ఏమంటారు, కొలిషన్ లాగా జరుగుతుంది. సో దట్స్ వై దిస్ ఇస్ ఆప్టికల్లీ ఇన్యాక్టివ్. దెన్ కమింగ్ టు నెక్స్ట్ వన్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈస్ DL. దీనే ఇంకో రకంగా కూడా రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తాము, ప్లస్ మైనస్. DL ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ tartaric acid. Another name is racemic mixture of tartaric acid. DL form అంటే among these two, take 50% of D form and 50% of L form. So put it together, we call it as DL form of tartaric acid or racemic mixture. This racemic mixture is also optically inactive. This is due to external compensation. External compensation. Why? Because you are putting two in the same one. ఒకటే దగ్గర పెట్టడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుంది అంటే D form has one, means it is rotating towards right side, L form is rotating towards left side. So this is also optically inactive. Why? Because due to external compensation. అంటే ఇది వచ్చేసి కంప్లీట్ ఇలా రొటేట్ అవుతుంది, ఇదేంటి కంప్లీట్ లెఫ్ట్ కి రొటేట్ అవుతుంది. So this is about the symmetrical structure, that is tartaric acid, which was given in your syllabus. Because two chiral carbons were present, we will get 4 varieties of stereoisomers. Among those 4 varieties, 1, 2, 3 we can write clearly, but fourth one మన స్ట్రక్చర్ వేయడానికి ఏం ఆప్షన్ లేదు. 50% of first form, 50% of second form put together, we will get a racemic mixture. Okay, next topic, molecule with unsymmetrical structure. Example is 2,3-dibromopentane. So if you observe this one, how many carbons are there? 5 carbons are there. Because 5 carbons are there, we cannot divide into 2 similar halves. So this is the unsymmetrical compound. 2,3-dibromopentane. So second carbon have bromine and third carbon is also having bromine. Because 5 carbons are there, we are calling it as a pentane. Now same, how many chiral carbons are present? 1 and 2. So number of possible stereoisomers are 4. So those possible stereoisomers now I am going to mention here. CH3 BRH, CBRH and CH2 CH3. This is one possible stereoisomer of 2,3 dibromopentane. Now coming to second one. This is another possible stereoisomer of 2,3 dibromopentane. If you observe this first and second structures, which is a mirror image and non-superimposable. Okay, so what we call these two? These two we can call them as enantiomers. Now coming to another two structures. This is third variety structure of 2,3 dibromopentane. So this is fourth one. And if you observe this third and fourth structures are also which are mirror images of each other. By seeing in the mirror, bromine will come on left side and H will go to right side. Similarly, H which is in right side in the mirror it will become left. So these third and fourth structures are also we can call them as enantiomers. Okay. And once again I am repeating, enantiomers means which are non-superimposable mirror images. If it is dextrorotatory, automatically it will become levo. If it is dextrorotatory, automatically it will become levorotatory. Now, what we can observe by the structures 1 and 3. If you observe the structures 1 and 3, మీకు ఇంకొంచెం అండర్స్టాండ్ అవ్వడం కోసం జస్ట్ నేను మీకు ఒకసారి ఇక్కడ రఫ్గా నేను మెన్షన్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఫస్ట్ స్ట్రక్చర్ అండ్ థర్డ్ స్ట్రక్చర్. This is first structure and which is the third structure. Are they mirror images? Are they mirror images? No. If you see here, bromine which is in right side, here also it is right side. So 1 and 3 are mirror images? No, 1 and 3 are not mirror images. If those are not mirror images, automatically those are not superimposable. Similarly, if you observe the structures 2 and 4, if you observe the structures 2 and 4, those are also not mirror images. Hence, we call them as diastereomers. We call them as diastereomers. So, once again, I will explain what is the difference between enantiomers and diastereomers. Enantiomers are have same physical properties. Only the physical property which differs is which rotates towards right side. Automatically, this rotates polarity towards left side. Whereas diastereomers have different physical properties, like melting points are different, boiling points are different. So diastereomers, and one more thing, diastereomers may be optically active or may not be optically active. But whereas enantiomers should be optically active. Okay. Coming to diastereomers, it must and should contain 2 carbons. One is chiral carbon and another one is okay. There is no criteria for that. So diastereomers means which are not mirror images. So automatically there is no matter of superimposability. Whereas enantiomers means which are non-superimposable mirror images. So these are the 4 different structures of 2,3-dibromopentane. That is optical isomerism. Here we are studying for unsymmetrical alkane. And previous one, tartaric acid is example for a symmetrical alkane. So this is the optical isomerism which was given in your syllabus regarding 2 examples. And tomorrow's class is very important class. We need to study about configuration, that is DL as well as RS configuration. which is a different question in the exams, no doubt it all. Okay, essay question kadi manaki డామ్ షూర్ గా వస్తుంది. రేపు క్లాస్ మాత్రం సీరియస్ గా అందరూ కూడాను మీరు యూట్యూబ్ వీడియోని ఫాలో అవ్వండి. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.